So what are the chances you buy the exact amount of paper towels that happen to fit on the new shelf in your laundry room your husband built? Hi everyone, welcome to another grocery haul video. This week it was a really big stock up week for us. We still had our $100 weekly budget, and I am actually planning on not going shopping next week. So this is kind of confusing, I guess. Rather than like borrow from next week, I always keep a buffer of $100 in all of our accounts, the amount I would use weekly, I guess. So in our grocery budget, it is a buffer of $100. So I always have $100 in there plus the week. So there always is $200 in there. We also have a $100 other budget. So that has a buffer in it. So there's always a backup of an extra $200. No, I'm saying that wrong. So there's always that backup in there. Does that make sense? I spent $226.85 this week. My goal was to spend about $200, but we were doing a really big Sam's Club stock up, and that kind of can be a little tricky. I usually try to save up kind of some extra money until we get about $400 for a Sam's Club haul, but we really needed some things from Sam's Club. So we just made it work. So the $226.85, the $200 comes from our grocery budget, and then I'm just taking that extra 26 and change from our other budget this week, which will be just fine. We actually haven't used any of it yet. Without further ado, I went to 2 stores this week. Went to Sam's Club and also went to Target. I tend to go to Aldi a little more often, but I did not go this week. There was nothing really I needed there that I couldn't buy elsewhere. So we went to Sam's Club and did some stock up on things that we needed. This 25-pound bag of sugar, we actually bought 4 of these. I only brought 1 in, so we have 100 pounds of sugar. That is a lot of sugar, right? Well, actually the sugar is mainly for our honeybees. We're getting ready to go in to the winter season, and we need to get them fed and plump so they last through the winter. So most of the sugar is actually for the honeybees, although I will probably utilize that for some baking when I need some sugar as well. We grabbed the Sam's Club size package of toilet paper. Last year we got down to 2 rolls, so we just try to always keep one of these on hand just in case. They actually have a limit of 1, and since we only go to Sam's Club probably once every 3 months or so, that was kind of frustrating because it would be nice to have 2 so we can have a backup, as we're pretty much opening this up already. But that's all right. Hopefully we can get there again soon and get that. We also got some paper towels. We do use regular towels and stuff in our house. I tend to use paper towels a lot in our cast iron pans, or just kind of those messier things. So we don't usually go through them too fast, but we're almost out. We also got a large package of paper plates. That's one of those things that I am trying to be better about, and we're trying to use real dishes as much as possible, but I am really trying to cook all of our meals as much as I can from scratch, and sometimes it's either the dishes or the food, like something has to give. So I like having paper plates on hand for that, especially with Christmas coming up. We tend to be quite a bit busier, so just kind of having the option to kind of picnic style our meals is really helpful. I grabbed a few other things at Sam's. Grabbed 4 half-gallons of organic whole milk. Their organic whole milk is about the same price as Aldi, so I do usually stock up there just because there's usually more available at Sam's Club where I can get a lot. But funny enough, these were the last 4 on the shelf, so I just got 4. That'll be enough for us for the week. I probably will even put 1 in the freezer. Also got a thing of coffee creamer. We've been using the one from Aldi that's a little bit more affordable, but I wasn't going to make a trip just to Aldi for coffee creamer. So grab this one, French vanilla. It'll work. I also got 8 pounds of butter. I buy the unsalted butter because I figure I can add as much salt as I want to my dishes, and I don't know, that's just the way I've always done it. So unless salted butter is cheaper, I usually just buy the unsalted. And I will put all of this actually in the freezer. I have some in the fridge already, and we'll be stocked up on that for a little while. I grabbed some garlic powder, organic granulated garlic powder. I actually got some from Aldi last week. This tends to be a little bit cheaper per ounce if I buy it at Sam's Club. We also have some garlic scapes I need to grind up. They're already dehydrated, so we can have some of that garlic scape powder, but I just haven't gotten to it. So we should be good on garlic powder for a while, and we have tons of fresh garlic, which is what I should be using mostly. I grabbed 2 jugs of lemon juice. They sell their lemon juice in 2 packs. Last year I bought this set of 2 jugs and it lasted me just barely through this canning season. I just bought just kind of a little container to get me through the last batch. We made some tomato soup, and so it got us through that last batch of tomato soup, and we needed some more. It's a little bit more affordable to buy it here, being I will use it anyways, and then I have it probably for next canning season because it lasts quite a while. Let's see, I bought a few more things at Sam's Club. Grabbed a pack of garbage bags. I either buy them from Sam's Club or Aldi. They tend to be about the same price per bag. So we're at Sam's Club, grabbed a lot. We'll be stocked up for a while, won't have to worry about it. One thing we bought, I really would love your guys' suggestions. If you have any suggestions, we bought a great big package of saran wrap, which is going to last us a really long time. So we probably won't need to change what we're doing anytime soon because this will last a while. But I would really like to get away from using saran wrap, and the only thing we are using it for right now, we were using it kind of on our bread dough and stuff, but I'm not using that anymore. So the only thing we're really using it for is we've been making pizzas a lot ahead of time, and the only way we've figured out to store them well in the freezer is to wrap them in saran wrap and freeze them, and then they seem to be fine. I don't know if anybody else has another suggestion for what we could put them in, so we're not going through so much saran wrap. But we did get this bigger one because our thought was it's quite a bit longer, so we shouldn't need as much because it's almost covering the whole pizza once we wrap it a couple times. I don't know, I feel kind of yucky about having this in my house, but it is what it is. Having those kind of fresh homemade meals is really important to us, and this is kind of where it has to give. When we're busy, we won't have time to be making pizzas from scratch, and I'd rather do this than be buying the individual pizzas every time. So I don't know, if you have any suggestions, will you let me know down below. I haven't figured it out yet what else I can do. The last thing we got at Sam's Club was a large pack of diapers for Mr. Eli. We just opened the last package of diapers, and again, Sam's Club and Aldi price per diaper is really close, so I just buy it wherever I'm at when I need diapers. So we grabbed some diapers from Sam's Club, and that's just their Members Mark brand. They work great. We ended up spending $157.18 at Sam's Club, and I should have prefaced this with we also got some cash rewards from Sam's Club of $72.25, so that did save us quite a bit on today's trip. I really love their program for rewards because I'm able to use my own personal debit card and I don't have to be signed up for their credit card because we don't do debt anymore. That is just not what we do, and I love that I can still participate in the rewards program without using their card. So that's been really nice because I didn't buy anything I wouldn't have bought anyways. So when I got to the checkout, she just said, you have $72 and change. Would you like to use it today? And I was like, absolutely. So there we are. All right, the next place I went was Target, and I got a few of the same old. I grabbed some organic chips from Target. We've been buying the organic ones from Aldi that are a little bit cheaper, but these actually taste better. So I'm kind of comfortable with that. And since I was at Target and buying chips, I bought their organic Doritos. They're really good. Not quite as good as regular Doritos, but they taste more like real cheese, so real good. Chips are definitely one of our indulgences, so you probably see that in like every grocery haul video I do, but it is what it is. I ended up getting 4 packages of cheese, a shredded mozzarella, a shredded Colby Jack, just kind of enough for the week. We've got a little bit in the freezer stored up, so I didn't need any extra. A sliced Colby Jack, a sliced mild cheddar. I made some fresh tomato soup this week, actually canned up a bunch, so I'm hoping that I can make some sourdough grilled cheese with one of those or both of those. It'd be really good. I grabbed Q-tips, not Q-tip brand. We really like the paper Q-tips, cotton swabs. They're called cotton swabs, right? The paper cotton swabs, and it doesn't matter to us if they're Q-tip brand. These are a little bit cheaper, so we grabbed those. I got 2 bottles of the organic ketchup at Target. I think their Good and Gather brand is really good. Whenever I'm trying a new brand, I will buy just kind of the small container just to see if we like it before we invest in a large bottle, but we like this, so I grabbed 2 bottles. I do prefer the Aldi brand because it's a little bit cheaper, but the last time I was there, they didn't have it, and now we need it, so I just stocked up while we were at Target. I I also grabbed some of their organic Concord grapefruit spread. We really like this. I would love to get to the point where I'm making my own jams and jellies. I have never actually made jam or jelly. I've made a lot of things from scratch, but I've never actually made jam or jelly in any way. I think once we get to the point where we have enough fruit of things, I would love to try it. I grabbed 2 jars of the organic strawberry fruit spread. This is really delicious. When we first tried this, we did buy kind of the smaller bottle, but now that we know that we like it, we buy the big one. The last 2 things I got at Target was some cream cheese. They had a 2-pack, which was a little bit cheaper than buying them singly, and some bacon. One of our family members was so kind and gave us a whole bunch of jalapenos, and we need to find something to do with them. So I grabbed the bacon, the cream cheese. You know what I'm doing? We're making poppers, and they are going in the freezer for Christmas time because that was so nice to have last year. The last time I did a grocery haul, a few people asked about why I don't have produce and why I don't have any meat. And sorry, sometimes I forget that you don't like actually personally know me. We eat meat. We eat plenty of meat. We raised our own chickens this year, so we don't have any more, 70 chickens in our freezer. We did some whole, we cut some up so that we had the pieces separate, and that was really nice. We still have a few in there, but not quite all 70. And we also purchased a whole organic beef cow from Matt's brother, and we were able to get that all in the freezer. So beef and chicken are pretty much the only meat I've got in the freezer. We have bought pigs in the past in bulk as well, and we just did not this year. I would love to know when you guys are buying your bacon, because you need bacon, right? Like I still probably will buy bacon. I don't buy it often, but I still will probably buy it. What do you buy? Like the labels are so confusing, and at the end of the day, I'm reading them all and I feel like they all say natural and like they're all healthy, but none of them are actually probably healthy. So this is the one I bought. It says original uncured bacon, and then it said pork raised without added hormones. I don't know, is that even healthier? And Target is probably not the best option to find healthy bacon, but again, it is what it is. We all have to balance our health, our time, and all of the things, right? So as far as meat goes, that is kind of where we are at. Hopefully we can do pork again in the future, and then we won't need to purchase that at all. And as far as produce goes, we've spent all summer growing in our garden, bringing things in, getting them blanched and frozen, getting them canned, getting them taken care of. And now that we're in like the height of harvest season, I try not to buy produce at the store because there's just so much coming in from the garden that we need to eat or take care of anyway. But come winter, I probably will need to stock up more on some of those produce things that we don't have anymore or don't have a lot of. We do have our greenhouse for the winter going, and we have a whole bed of carrots so that hopefully we can keep those going throughout the winter, where we can just kind of pick them as we need them. We also have a whole bed of greens going, spinach, lettuce, kale, that kind of stuff, so that hopefully we can kind of keep that in our diet and keep those healthy things. And that's about it. As far as meal planning for this week, I don't really do a ton of meal planning, so I will open my fridge, see what I've got for leftovers to use up, and go from there. We do a pizza movie night once a week, so that's a real simple, easy one. We just use whatever meat is left over, whatever veggies we've got already in the fridge or need to be used up. We eat a lot of our own eggs for breakfast, and then it's just kind of shopping our pantries and our fridges and freezers. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this haul video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. If you'd love to see more about kind of our lifestyle and how we make kind of our meager budget work for our family of 6, I would love to share that with you as well.